Hey y'all, I do not even have a microphone really attached to this. I think you can hear me. Yeah, you can. Okay. But I just wanted to show you real quick because I'm about to sit down and do a question answer, answering your questions. And I wanted to show you something real quick that I picked up from Michael's because, as you can see, my desk is a mess. And I think what would help me with my journaling is being able to organize some of these delicious, beautiful things that I have into a place that I can easily access them. And I realized that I do a lot by color, so I got this on sale at Michael's, and so it's perfect, it's bright, it's rainbow, just like my room. And so I'm gonna put all my bits by color in these little drawers. Hopefully that will help. And then this I got with a coupon. I don't know if you remember that idea that I had about organizing like little bits and pictures by events or whatever, and then having them already ready for when you sit down to journal. And so I thought this would be perfect for that. Just have the whatever, the event or whatever, and just stick them right here. They're in your face and you can sit down and just go to town. It does require a little bit of organization, but I think it'll be good. And yeah, my desk is a really bad fat mess right now. Anyway, so I'm going to set up the camera here in just a second, and these are some things that I've been working on. I'm just loving putting like sewing patterns on these boards and then painting flowers on them. Oh my gosh. So, and then the thing that I'm going to try today that's new while I'm answering questions is fluid art on Yupo. I bought that Yupo paper like forever ago, and I'm going to finally use it. So I got to clean this place up, y'all, so I can start journaling again. It is nuts. Okay, it is super dark outside, and you can see my desk. Look at this, y'all. And I am so motivated to journal because, look, pink bits. Don't have much red, but there's some. And look what I did. I decided to add some little washies and then even a little mini distress ink in case I want to do some stencil stuff in there. This is the red. This is the orange. Whoops. It's hard to do this through the screen. See some orange bits. I just came from inside getting the kids up because it's just raining. Yellow, green. We'll see how the washi idea works. Blue and purple. So a lot of times I think in color, and so if I wanted to plop a certain color, I can obviously go and add other colors. It doesn't have to be specific to one color, but it's all organized. And I put neutrals and black and white in here. And I put all the clear elements that were floating around in my desk here. So now I gotta figure out where to put that thing. Oh, and then this is that little thing I got. And these are just little ephemera that I need to go through. I just stuck them up there for now, but I mean, they're visible and I see them, and it'll be super easy to journal those in my journal. And then just kind of organize this thing a little bit better. And this I gotta find homes for these things because they're kind of bulkier items that I don't want to take up too much. These are some of my collage elements for watercolor florals. Yeah. So, okay, let me get the tripod set up and then I can start doing some answers to questions. Okay, I hope this isn't too cool of a video. I guess I can fix it later. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to do two things at once because Robin suggested this. I'm going to try it, Robin. If it doesn't work out or I can't think to answer a question while I'm doing art stuff, then I'm going to have to do something else. But I'll try this time, and I'm going to try with something that should be brainless, which is fluid art for the first time. I'm doing this for the first time on Yupo paper. I bought Yupo paper back when I was in Florida with my family and my sister and stuff, and so I have not tried this paper yet, but I'm very excited to try. It's supposed to be really fun. This is 11 by 14. I got it at the Blick store, Yupo medium. It's 10 sheets, 200 grams. So we shall see how this goes. I'm gonna have to pull out all the way, aren't I? So I watched a little preview. I had already got the it's not able to focus. I had already gotten the oil and water class from Wendy before early registration or whatever. And so I'm going to try, and I'm not supposed to be putting fingerprints on it, but what else? Let's see. You take inks and you kind of play with them on this paper. And you can use watercolors too, I've heard. This one I got today. It's like a peach color, and I liked it. Once I get settled, I can start answering the questions because there's quite a few. And I'll probably just insert one of these videos like every month as an extra video or something until I can get all caught up, because there's quite a few questions and I would love to answer them all because I would like to. Okay, so inks, these little inks that I have had, I only got one today. I've had these other ones for a while. This is the one I use in that brush to do the doodles. And then alcohol inks also. Let me go grab those. And they're supposed to be fun too on the Yupo paper. So, first question from Robin. Wants to know about missions trips, how they're funded, how you're chosen a goal, what's the goal when you get there, do you only go to undeserved communities, do your sons ever get to go, or do they want to go? So, the mission trips, the ministry trips that I go on are through Ignite Team, which is a different... It's like a, it is through Corey Stark Ministries. Come on, focus camera. Corey Stark Ministries. He's a staff at IHOP KC up in Kansas City, Missouri. Oh my gosh, this little rubber thing is like cracking. I hope that doesn't affect. Okay, this is amazing. I'm getting distracted. This is not going to probably be a good thing for me to do while I am, because I'm like, ooh. So anyway, he's at a International House of Prayer in Kansas City, and he funds them. We do not pay a cent to pay for tickets or anything like that. We don't pay for anything. He chose us because he met us one time and he thought we were awesome. He feels that I'm gifted in many areas. So I lead worship, I sing, I play guitar. I also take photos and I can do videography. So I was doing a brand reel for him and taking pictures of the trip. So I can do a lot of things. And he that's beneficial to the team. And my husband also does a lot of like electric guitar, ambient loops. He is also a teacher. I also teach art too, prophetic art when I go to these places. So that's how I'm chosen. He just likes, we get along really good. Him and his wife and I are like BFFs, and so we get along really, really good. And yeah, they just love us and they want us to go. And so that is how we're chosen. He paid his 501c3 or whatever pays for everything. We don't pay to go. This is quite thrilling. This is so cool. Yeah, his corporation does that. The goal when we get there. So I don't know if you're familiar with the House of Prayer. But it's modeled out of the Tabernacle of David in the Old Testament, and it says in Amos, it says, "In those days I will restore my Tabernacle of David." So the whole point is to get houses of prayer, and right now there's a ton of them. There's a ton of houses of prayer all over the world. So what we do is we help people to launch houses of prayer. That's really cool, dude. This is so cool. I can't even. This is therapeutic is what this is. OMG. We launch houses of prayer, meaning we go to these places. They're not undeserving countries. Now, St. Kitts is a very poor country, but they have such a high vision for the house of prayer in their country that they wanted us to come. And so it's not like they're undeserving. It's not like, you know, we do relief work when we can, when we're down there, but it's to equip them to, what is this sludge? That's not working. It's like sludge, y'all. That's super disappointing. We just go there and equip them to start a house of prayer, basically. And that just means teaching them about, you know, the harp and bowl model, and just equipping them, empowering them, envisioning them. It's just a lot of stuff. A lot of ease. So that is what the ministry trip's for. I kind of like how it's splattering. I think that answered all the questions, right? Oops, I just knocked over the stamp. My sons have not been able to go yet because there has not been enough funding for them to go. They want to go really, really bad, and I want them to go really bad. So my husband and I are trying to raise some funds for them to go because they can only pay for me and Dave to go, unfortunately. But that's something we want to change. I mean, my son does a lot of cool stuff too. He plays guitar and all that good stuff. So yeah, it would be really awesome for them to go. But there's just not enough funding for them to go. Curious what this is going to do. I guess the point is the less you mess with it, the cooler it is, I'm guessing. I don't know. I've never done this before, so I just think it's fun though. It's very abstract feeling, and maybe this wasn't the best idea. I don't think I'm going to be able to do this, Robin. I don't think I'm going to be able to answer questions and do art stuff at the same time because I get so sucked into the art. Oh my gosh, I do. I love it so much. I love the art. Okay, let me do another question. I hope that answered all the questions about the ministry trips. We don't pay for them. They like us. That's why we go. My kids can't go yet, but we're trying to get them to go. But we have to raise the support for them to go. They really want to go. And the people that have us come are the ones that want us to come. They ask us. Like there's like lots of people that want us to come. But, you know, we can't afford to go to every place. But, wow, that is so cool. Oh my gosh. So anywho, oh, that just got all over me. Nice. We can't afford to go to every single country. Like the French people want us to come. There's some churches in Paris that want us to come. There's people in Germany that want us to come. There's people in Alaska. We think we have a trip set up to go to Alaska. And I've been to Alaska before. I know it's not a country, but anyway, yeah. So this is kind of cool. I'm wondering if I should just keep it like here's some orange stuff. Maybe. I really like that pink. I need to get some more of the pink in there. Okay, I think I'm going to be done with this one and just answer questions now, like watch that move around. Okay, another question. Have you had any formal art training or done any courses? I have not. The only formal art training that I've had is just going to that class that I went to recently with Wendy. I've never had any college courses or went to college for art or anything like that. I just have taken online courses. I mentioned a ton of them in the inspiration video that I did. So I've taken Wendy's classes, Mindy Lacefield's Draw and Paint a Girl, Paint Your Story. I've taken a couple of Jane Davenport's, but I honestly haven't finished any of Jane Davenport's just because I haven't really finished any like completely a course. Even like Dina Wakely, I haven't finished hers. So yeah, I've just taken those. I am doing the oil and water class by Wendy here soon. I wish I had some white. I wish I had something white to put in there. Dang it. But I don't. Oh well. What did I use to journal prior to drop Traveler's Notebooks? I can show you. This is like super delicate and it's got to dry for like ever. Whoa. Okay. Prior to using Traveler's Notebooks, I just used any sort of book. And this one was the last one that I used before I got a Traveler's Notebook. It started in 2011 and I got to here. And you can see I was already getting excited about traveler's notebooks because I was trying to do inks in here and it didn't work. But this is, and it went to 2014. And you can see, like, I didn't journal every day, but I journaled a lot. There's dreams in here. There's all sorts of stuff. I think I stuck a sticker in here from something. I can't remember, but yeah, this is what I used for a long time before I got into traveler's notebooks. And now I have traveler's notebooks and I love them. We'll never go back. I will never go back as long as they make inserts, or I can make my own inserts. Okay, so Corinne, that was from Lisa. And then Corinne asks, what is your favorite memories? What would you like to happen in your future? Scariest thing ever happened to you? If you have 3 wishes granted, would they be? Favorite memories is horseback riding with my aunt. I love horses, and one day I want a horse again. I know they are a ton of upkeep and they're very expensive, but I would just love to have a horse again. I just love them. I used to have like horse posters all over my walls and stuff. My horse that I rode, she's passed now, but her name was Ginger. And she was awesome. What happened in my future? I would like to be able to continue to do art and help people with art and journaling. I mean, I'm pretty much happy with what I'm doing now. Really don't see myself doing anything else, really. I mean, I miss photography. It'd be cool to get back into photography, but there's just simply not enough time to do that. And scariest thing that ever happened to you is when I almost died. I've had a couple near-death experiences. The craziest one that was like my miracle angel story was there was a kid that dared me to go. We had these like waterfalls in Georgia in the mountains, and there's these rivers and stuff, and the water would erode and make these big like tunnels down, and you go and you come up. And so this kid dared me to go under one of these tunnels through and then up the other side. And he did it several times. And I was like, okay, I'll do it. So I went down, and he didn't tell me that there was like, so like if you're going down, right, and you go like this, there was a ledge this way to go down further a little bit. And then you come up. Well, I got stuck underneath the water, and I was stuck. I couldn't move. I didn't know. It was dark. You couldn't see anything. It was a very tight area. And so literally I felt someone shove me down and over here, and I could feel and see a little teeny light, and I went back up, and I was like, I almost drowned basically. And it was seriously an angel shoved me through that tunnel, and I was so pissed off. I did not talk to that guy again, and we were on a camping trip in Georgia. Yeah, like I almost died. And so I have a fear, like even when I think I need to do some EMDR for that experience, because it was very traumatic. And even if I see scenes like in Titanic when the people are in the ship and the water's coming up, I get very anxious. Like I have a panic attack because I almost drowned myself. So, and I think I was around 14 or something when that happened. But anyway, 3 wishes granted, art supplies for life for free. I want to see Jesus. That's my first wish. I just want to see him face to face, like for reals. Like I know people have had like encounters like face to face with Jesus, but I haven't had that, and I still believe in everything, but that'd be really cool. Art supplies for free after that, and then maybe just like health for my family for the rest of our lives. Terry says, are you an introvert or an extrovert? How are you doing with your health? How are you feeling? Are you feeling better? And what's your love language? What are you currently reading? This is fine. Yeah, an introvert for sure. My health's doing better because I've been taking time to do things for me and setting boundaries and not setting unrealistic expectations. And then I also have been going to the chiropractor to help me with my back and my shoulder, because I do a lot of editing, and then I play guitar like 3 hours, 4 hours a week. And then I do a lot of pictures and stuff for this Patreon and stuff. So my back and shoulder are like super tight. So I have been getting some work done on that. And then my love language is acts of service. And I'm currently reading, we got this book recently. Let me show it to you. My new friend just gave this to me. It's a life model, and I've heard really, really good things about this Life Model Works. And it's a Christian perspective on brain science. Like they're psychiatrists, and they have like a bunch of brain science stuff and like exercises, like practical things you can do. So this one's 30 Days of Joy for busy married couples. And I saw the joy and I'm like, yes, I want to try that. So Dave and I are just about, I still am getting through this book. I still have not finished it. I have I'm taking it slow. I'm just wanting to everything, I guess. And then I have Sacred Marriage, which I'd like to do. And then this one, I think I'm going to interrupt this one to do this one. And I was reading HSP too, the HSP book. And honestly, I read 5 books at the same time and just kind of go back and forth. It's so bad. But anyway, that's what I'm reading right now. All-time favorite Daniel Smith watercolor. Okay, so I don't know what else I can do. I don't want to do another thingy because it's so distractingly wonderful. What could I do? Or do you want to see my face? You probably don't want to see my face. My all-time favorite Daniel Smith watercolor. God, how can I choose that? I can't choose that. What the heck? Ugh, I don't think I can choose that. There's hair. Oh my gosh, Howard. Oh my goodness. How? I don't know. If I had to paint with one color for the rest of my life, that is not fair. Let me see. I kind of like phthalo turquoise. It's a beautiful color, but Amazon is amethyst is good. Dude. Shadow violet's pretty too. Can I pick 2 colors? Can I just pick my 2 favorite combos? These 2 and these 2 would be I can't pick one. New Gamboge and Rose Madder Permanent, and then Phthalo Turquoise and Shadow Violet. Those 2 combos those are my favorites. I could go back to them every single time. I'm sorry, I can't pick one. How do I find time to journal? You make time to journal, and sometimes I have not been good at making time recently. I will sometimes even set my timer just for 15 minutes and just write and not care about the frillies and just write. That's all I did before. All I did was write. All I did with Traveler's Notebooks is just combine scrapbooking that I used to do with this. So really, to me, words are super important. And then to document, that's all I have time for right now. I don't have time to scrapbook and all that good stuff. I like scrapbooking, but my favorite movie, I really love The Princess Bride. Oh my goodness. But my favorite movie, I really, really, really love. One of my favorite movies now is The Secret Life of Walter Mitty with Ben Stiller. The cinematography of that movie is just gorgeous. I just love the humor in it. It makes me laugh, and it's a good story. Okay, as a wife and mom and an amazing artist, how do you find time to stay motivated to create? Because this is I'm so privileged to be able to call this a job. It's kind of, I guess, a job. I love to create, but I stay motivated because, I don't want to disappoint anybody who's wanting to see good stuff and new stuff. And so I just get excited, to create. When I clean my desk, I get motivated to create. This was amazing. I cleaned my desk. Oh my gosh. Now I just want to make everything. So tidying and organizing, that's another way. Which kind of leads to this other one from Sarah is, are there days when you don't want to make art? If so, do you make yourself sit down and create anyway? So yeah, for sure. There are times where I'm just I have no motivation. I don't feel like it. But, again, I don't want to disappoint anybody. And it's good for me. I know it's good for me. So I sit down and create. But honestly, I'd say 60 to 70% of what I do is administration stuff. It's checking notifications on Patreon and sending thank yous to people who are new members and people who have deleted and saying thank you so much for supporting me. It's now checking members who now have deleted their pledges and trying to find them on Facebook and removing them. And it's trying to add people new on Facebook, and it's getting the zine stuff organized and addresses organized and making sure that they're all correct and making, there's a ton of stuff that I do besides create. Making sure I'm staying up to date on comments and messages, getting back to people and messages, even on Instagram and YouTube. Like YouTube, I've like way pushed down the totem pole as far as comments and stuff, because there's just so many of them. But I try to go through and see if there's any questions so that I can answer the questions. So yeah, there's so much stuff. And plus, apart from all that, I homeschool my boys and I'm a minister. So like that is, other things that I do. I'd say my time is spent, 80% doing creative Patreon stuff, and then 20% is like homeschool ministry stuff, which is probably really unbalanced. And then of that 80%, 70% of that time is administration stuff, and then 30% is actually creating. So it's actually not much time that I create. It's maybe less than an hour a day if I get time in the day. So that might be surprising to people, but that's the truth. So anyway, I do try to make myself sit down though. I do love this journaling challenge because it's making me journal every day. Hello Lolly asks, do you feel like you are living the life you were destined to live? I admire those I follow on Patreon, Insta, YouTube, etc. that seem to be doing what they want to do or what they have to do. So as this life continues for you, what do you see as your future? You are so unique in that you have a very definite components: artistic, spiritual, creative, musical, impressive on their own, but together they make it an astounding force. Oh, that's so sweet. And all are visible in some way or another in your art. So I hope it's a question. Yes. Future. Above all else, I always see myself as a worshiper. And that can be translated into my music. I can worship through my music. I can worship through my art. I can worship through my writing. My belief is that I am here on this planet to worship a good God. I have too many awesome things. I mean, I've had hard things that happen to me too, but I can always find the light and the goodness of God in the situation and how much worse it could have been, and the mercy of God. So I feel like above everything else, I am a worshiper. So if I'm worshiping still in whatever fashion, then I'm good. I'm happy. I always try to understand and give myself the reality check that really Patreon could be gone tomorrow. It all could go away tomorrow. And am I going to be okay? I don't want my identity. It just cut off on me. What I was saying was, I don't want my identity wrapped up in what I do. My identity is who I am, and I am a worshiper. I am a child of God. I am loved. I'm liked by God. So as long as I keep my head around that, then I'm going to be okay. Whatever happens, it's really going to be okay. So I have no clue what's going to happen in the future. I would love, now one of my desires is to do more live classes, like travel. Like I do not like to travel, honestly, but I would travel to teach people journaling stuff and art. I would totally do that because I just love it. I love sharing that. But I do feel like I'm doing what I'm destined to do because I'm worshiping. So yeah, I think that's an answer in there somewhere. Carla says, is my sister still doing art journaling? No, she never did art journaling. She just was doing art for a little bit, doodling and stuff, but she really is not doing that. She's focusing on her business, which is basically a strategic consultant for marketing and businesses and stuff. And so she's focusing on that right now. Tammy Wood said, you have previously mentioned surviving domestic abuse and staying together with your husband. I just wondered about that, how you've overcome. So she wants to know my story. That redemption story, I'm going to say, let's wait. And because that's coming with my husband. My husband and I both are going to be on a video and we're going to share our story. So that's coming, Tammy. And it's too long and too elaborate and too wonderful to say in like 3 minutes. So I'm gonna say hold tight. That one is coming with Dave and I. So that one's coming. All right. So many questions. Amanda. Yeah, yes. So when did you start the journaling for your boys? What do you usually put in it? Here it is. This is one of the ones. January 9th, 2016. That's when I started this. And I just put little funny things that they say, things that I want to remember, letters to them, places that we've gone. And I don't make myself, I just do it when I'm inspired to do it. Like this one, this little page is a memory. Like I want it to remember. that when we lived in that church, I had to go do my laundry at a laundromat, and I would literally be the one, everyone would judge me. I would just stuff my hot laundry in the bag and drive home because I didn't have a lot of time to fold it. I needed my family to help me fold it. So I'd come home and I'd pile all the hot laundry on the bed, and my kids would like jump in the pile of laundry and just like snuggle in the laundry because they liked the fact that it was hot, I guess. I don't know. So I just wanted to write that down. So yeah, hilarious things I do, stuff that's sweet. My son likes to flag and he's good at it. Kite. I mean, it's just little stuff. I don't know. Whenever I'm inspired, I stick something in there. But yeah, this is 2016 is when I started that one. So, okay, I think... Okay, just one more. What would be a dream project to work on? Oh my gosh, a dream project? I don't know. I have no clue. What do you mean, like a dream project? I gotta think about this. There's a spider on my wall. Oh my God, that's so big. Okay, it would be so cool if I could... I'll tell you my dream project. I'll tell you now. I don't know if y'all know Bethel and like the worship that comes out of Bethel and how they have these like loft sessions where they like get together and everyone's singing and loving on Jesus and it's cool photography and videography and blah, blah, blah. I would love to be able to worship with Jason Upton, Rami Waylon Hughes, Amanda from Bethel. I would love to be able to worship with some of my favorite worshipers, like, and just see what is released out of that. Man, that would be super cool. Like, to sing with them and to just tap into like cool, deep spiritual stuff and let it translate into song and melody. Oh my gosh, that would be so awesome. So I'm going to say that, to be able to do a worship night with some of my favorite worshipers, which Jason Upton, oh my gosh, love him. Rami Waylon Hughes. There's so many people that I love, but those two in particular are like some of my favorites. So yeah, all right, y'all. I'm sorry that there's not much fun stuff to look at, and I started trying to. Sorry, Robin, I could not do it at the same time. I get too distracted. But next time, I'll just have it like on my face and talk to you face to face, and yeah, or try to figure out something else that I could do without like getting distracted. It's so hard. Anything with color is distracting. Okay, like it just is. I have another video for y'all. I'm gonna try to do another filming of one this week, and then I'll try to get it posted like Monday. I'll try. This one will go up Thursday, but Monday I'll try to do another one. So thank y'all so much. Thank you so much for your continued support, and I just love y'all, and keep journaling and have a good time with the journal challenge. I hope y'all are doing well with it. I'm loving it, and I'm loving seeing your pages. Okay, love y'all. Bye.